What is the objective of the game of love? The game of love is about learning, growing, and acquiring virtues so we can advance to the next level of our evolution. It is about having a great adventure of self-discovery, self-mastery, and self-acceptance. It is about having fun, enjoying the journey, being present in the moment, and experiencing love in all its many unique forms. It is about allowing ourselves to love completely and to be loved completely. About creating balance between doing and being and between giving and receiving. It is about expressing our true self in all we do and in all that we are. It is about being independent and having interdependent relationships. It is about remembering who we are and why we are here, about connecting, uniting, engaging in teamwork and playing together so we can all achieve our goal of ascension. Role-playing in the game of love. There are 3 major roles we get to play during our life in the game of love. Number 1, savior. A person who saves someone or something from danger or difficulty. Number 2, perpetrator. A person who carries out a harmful, illegal, or immoral act. Number 3, victim. A person harmed, injured, or killed as a result of a crime, accident, or other event or action. A person who is tricked or duped. A person who has come to feel helpless and passive in the face of misfortune or ill treatment. The first 2 people in our lives usually assist us in the casting of these 3 roles, and usually this will be your mother and your father. If you grew up never knowing your mother or father, these roles might be replaced by the people who raised you or by the 2 most prominent people in your life from your early years. These 2 people will each play a role: savior, perpetrator, or victim, and whatever roles they play will determine the role you end up playing or feel that you are playing. For example, if your father played the role of perpetrator, the one causing harm, and your mother played the role of the victim, the one being harmed, you might end up playing the role of savior, feeling it is your responsibility to save or rescue your mother. Perhaps you were playing the role of the perpetrator, and your father played the role of the victim, and your mother played the role of the savior. In other instances, your mother could have played the role of the perpetrator, your father played the role of the savior, and you played the victim role. These roles may be played out in a very subtle way. For example, your father might be away for work a lot, and you notice that your mother is feeling alone. You may then feel as though you need to be there for her. We must learn the lessons that come with each role before we can stop playing it. So even if we run away from our parents or move away when we become adults, if we did not learn the lessons that accompanied the role, we will create new role players who will continue to teach us the same lessons we were supposed to learn from our first role players. We might have a boss who is making us feel the same way our father did, or a friend who makes us feel the same way our mother did, or a husband or wife who plays the same role our parents did in our lives. The lesson will stop when the lesson has been learned. Some of the lessons a savior needs to learn may be the following. It is not your job to save the world. Take responsibility for what you are responsible for and let go of what is not your responsibility. Know the difference between what is your responsibility and what is not. Trust that everybody can save themselves. Trust that you and everyone else is safe. Trust the Creator of all that is. Learn to find purpose and motivation without having to save others. Know that everybody, including you, has free will. Accept and allow them to follow their own free will. Learn how to love and care for people without having to sacrifice yourself or your needs in any way. Learn how to be independent and take care of yourself. Learn how to allow others to love you, to give to you, and to support you. Saviors often believe that they must do everything on their own, and they might also believe that receiving will make them weak. They are afraid of being vulnerable. Giving makes them feel strong. Receiving makes them feel weak. Learn to get what you want without sacrificing. Learn how to set up boundaries. Learn how to give to yourself. Learn to love and accept yourself as you are. Learn to let go and let God. Release the need to control everything and everyone to protect yourself and others. Release anger, resentment, hate, and grudges, and all other negative emotions towards the perpetrator through forgiveness. Release guilt, resentment, and regret, and all other negative emotions towards the victim through forgiveness. Release all resentment, anger, frustration, self-doubt, judgment, and disappointment, and all other negative emotions towards yourself for playing the role of Savior. Some of the lessons a victim needs to learn may be the following. Step into your power. Take responsibility for yourself and your life. Stop blaming others for the way your life turned out or is, or for your failures. Learn to trust others with discernment. Learn to trust that you are safe and that you can create your own safety. Learn that you are strong and capable. Learn to be your own Savior. Learn how to get what you want without manipulating those around you. Learn to love and accept yourself as you are. Know that you have free will. Accept and allow yourself to be free. You always have a choice. Always. Learn that life is not happening to you, but that you have the power to create your own reality. Overcome your fears. Learn how to respect others' boundaries and how to set boundaries for yourself. Learn how to protect yourself and create security for yourself through the Creator of all that is. Learn the highest truth about power and love. Release anger, resentment, hate, grudges, regret, and fear, and all other negative emotions towards the perpetrator through forgiveness. Release all obligations, expectations, and codependencies, and all other negative emotions towards the Savior through forgiveness. Release all judgment, excuses, blame, and self-sabotage, and all other negative emotions towards yourself through forgiveness. Learn that forgiveness is the greatest form of protection. Some of the lessons a perpetrator needs to learn may be the following. Learn self-control. Learn how to love and accept yourself. Learn about self-esteem and your self-worth. Learn how to get what you want without bullying or being forceful. Accept and respect others' free will. Respect and honor other people's boundaries. Learn patience, kindness, and compassion for yourself and others. Learn how to forgive yourself. Learn that you are a good person. Live without guilt. Release all feelings of self-loathing and shame. Balance your ego. Overcome fear without anger and rage. Allow yourself to be loved because you are worthy. Trust that you are safe and that it is safe for others with you. Release regret, anger, judgment, disgust, frustration, irritation, hate, resentment, guilt, and grief, and all other negative emotions towards the victim through forgiveness. Release judgment, resentment, shame, guilt, self-loathing, and regret, and all other negative emotions towards the Savior through forgiveness. Release shame, self-punishment, resentment, self-hate, regret, guilt, and all other negative emotions towards yourself for playing the role of perpetrator. Once you have learned the lessons by playing a specific role, you might even end up swapping roles with the same people. Sometimes one role player might depart the game of love, and the roles might change between the remaining two role players. At some point in your life, you will play each of these roles, learning valuable life lessons through playing the role of victim, perpetrator, and Savior. What is the purpose of playing these roles? The main purpose of playing these roles is to discover our true self. Sometimes we must be who we are not in order to find out who we are. To learn not to define ourselves or our worth by the roles we played. To truly understand the game of love and achieve a greater understanding of ourselves and others, we must experience each role at some stage of our lives. When we can forgive ourselves for the roles we have played and forgive others for the roles they have played, we will truly connect with love, and only then can we be the love that we are. Forgiveness is the key to feeling love.